Aloha, it is PinkBella. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm recording this transmission for all of us today. It is September 5th, and I wanted to have a little deep dive and bring in some more information about what's going on as we prepare for the 9/9 Gateway, September 9th. Yeah, there's so much going on. So first off, I just cleared the energy, and I've been asking all day Prime Source Creator, Goddess Sophia, the Archangels, and our galactic teams of light to please come in and help to clear the energy for all starseeds and light workers, all empaths and healers, all awakened souls, 144,000 that are preparing to move forward and align with their soul missions. And we're dealing with a lot down here. So thank you for coming in and bringing extra clearing, healing, and protection for all souls, and that everyone is aligned with their highest timeline. And so it is. Yeah, so already the energies are pretty intense. And thank you everyone who came to the live Thursday and Friday, because that gave us quite a few clues about what I was going to be deep diving in on the weekend and bringing to you all today. So this is going to be a transmission for all of us, Starseeds, Lightworkers, Empaths, 144,000 Divine Goddesses. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And if you would like to work with me, check out how to get a hold of me in the description box. All the most amazing offers for the 9/9 Gateway right now are on the website. I have a new one that's different than the goddess one I just talked about. And I will talk about that in a little bit. I want to get into some of the messages. So first off, there's been incredible scrutiny and focus from Team D on all of us. I would say since last Thursday evening, right before the super full moon. It's not going to take much to kind of throw us all off right now with everything kind of going in and around us out in the collective. Some of us are dealing with things very, very close to home in our reality. And it's been putting a lot of pressure on our nervous system. Okay. Because we have our ascension stuff, or some of us are working on mission. We're just trying to stay balanced and focused in our relationships. We have solar flares coming in, so our DNA is activating. Lots going on. So the big message I got was, first off, Team D is really focused on throwing us all off right now. For some of us, there's been incredible focus since last Friday to remove us, to stop us in all timelines and all realities. I'm going to take a break from talking about some of the events out in that reality, at least for a few days, probably till after the 9/9 portal, unless I'm guided to, because of the fact what I shared brought focus to me, because I was working with other individuals who are working in different frequencies. So my heart still goes out to everybody on the planet, but there's so much going on right now. Those of us that are way showers, that are, and not everybody's receiving this at the same time. Some souls went through it, like maybe some masculines, maybe you went through it before the full moon or during, and you're done. A lot of us as divine feminines, there's a lot of focus on us right now to stop us from sharing and speaking our truth. And that is a pattern from other lifetimes. So first off, shields up. There's a lot of divine feminine codes. That's why I just released the divine goddess code transmission. I'll be bringing some more of those in as we go along. But we're going to have to ramp up our protection and upgrade our protection. There's a lot of focus on us in all timelines and realities. Thank you. Not sharing any personal information, but once a couple of souls have messaged me about being under complete focus, psychic interference, and what that's showing us. The retrogrades right now are showing us the timelines and the portals and the cords and the where there's still some tidying up to do. And I went through the same. So when I was, yes, we can call them out. Yes, we can ask them to leave. Please ask for extra protection. Please ask your, if you're only working with your higher self and your guides, please start to work with the goddess and prime source creator energy and ask for that light to be wrapped around you before you engage with them, because there's so many of them. And if they can find a way through friends, family, through events, through work areas, they will find it. Okay. I've had to actually set up extra protection around my social media the last few days, and even my devices and where I'm living and all of that. I haven't had to do this for a year, so that it's been pretty intense for me. So the focus is on us, and this is preventing some of you to move forward with mission, but it's not, you are working on your mission, even though it might not feel like you're able to focus on what you want to at this moment, but you are all doing a lot of work behind the scenes. And if you're not if you're a divine feminine, you're not able to completely do what you're supposed to be doing right now. You are being protected. Okay. I was given that as Venus has gone direct, that we're going to be integrating such divine goddess frequencies, but we still need to level up and wrap ourselves in light and ensure that we're working with so many different teams at the same time, and the doors will fly open when they're supposed to. But right now we want to focus on leveling up and shielding up for ourselves and our collective through this month of September. And so you are working on your mission. You are preparing for your mission. I mean, I've got things that I've been wanting to work on for years that are still on the side burner, and we just have to kind of accept. Like, I was gutted that I needed to create these transmissions for you all today. That's priority. Okay. So there is massive psychic interference. I'm not going to say the other word in case it gets picked up, but you still are on soul mission, but you maybe needed to go and take a job doing something else, but your light has been needed in that location. And we are all like grid stabilizers right now. We're all stabilizing wherever we are. However, that other team wants us to keep thinking that we're not worthy. Self-love and self-worth really came up a lot through the Venus retrograde. The Venus retrograde is so interesting that it came up through our really intense Starseed Lightworker 144,000 code time, July and August. So this is how much we've been working on. But we are to focus now on our well-being and our high frequency, because the Team D is trying to take us offline. And that's all of us, divine feminine and masculine, same. So if something gets triggered, if fear gets triggered, use your tools to clear. That's what I've been having to do. And I reached out to Soul Family. I left a voicemail on Telegram this morning because I realized I was shown a little snippet of a timeline with some individuals from 2021 that somehow they managed to get through my security. And so that came up last night. And then also another timeline because I've been helping the OHANA in Hawaii. So something came up around that. So just little things like cleaning up our social media will dissolve the cords and clear the timelines as well. So yes, I did a lot of clearing, a lot of ceremony, a lot of meditation yesterday and through the weekend as well. But they definitely, you're not imagining things, they're trying to take us offline. The other thing is that at this time, the messages, do not go after them, do not call them, invoke them into your reality unless you know that you've got the ultra protection. Like even myself, I've had to upgrade everything in the last 24 hours. So you're going to want to surrender that back to Prime Source, back to the goddess, back to the archangels to take care of it for you. Okay. It's not that you can't do it, it's that they're recommending right now not to engage with them, because what happens is then they go, oh, there you are, and then they just come out full force. So we'll learn from it, but that was just a message. And I apologize because I wasn't aware of what was coming either. So I apologize to all of you if you did that and you were focused on. So I did that and I wasn't focused on. So I thought I was okay. But the whole plan through the super full moon and through the weekend was to turn everything upside down. I saw many individuals who are front in line being truthers, recording videos and getting messages out, and they're having severe issues in their personal life suddenly out of nowhere, right? And they're under severe focus and interference on their social media as well to disrupt their life. So one thing that we're doing right now is that we're needing to just upgrade our protection levels in our chakras as well. Okay. Let me just see. Okay. I have a new offer. I'll just mention it briefly here. And then at the end, if you can hang on to the end, I'll go into what it is. I have a new offer. And they're probably going to get more expanded as time goes on, but for the 99 portal, I'm going to be offering a quantum healing chamber of light, which is a group healing for the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. So that's a distance healing. It's a non-video call. So you can sign up for that for the 3 days, or you also have an option to have your own healing, not to be with the group as well. And this specific healing is going to be focused on 22 chakra balance, clearing contracts, clearing timelines, and bringing in and upgrading your chakra system and your levels of protection. Okay, so that's what I was guided to do. There's some other options as well. I'll get more into it, but I just wanted to share that. It's not on my website yet, but it will be, and I will be posted in the community tab. I'll be doing that right after I finish this transmission. Okay, so okay, so what else did they want me to talk about? Woo, yeah, I can feel it. We're going through such a high heart, excuse me, such a heart and high heart healing and clearing, because we've been so traumatized in these other lifetimes when we've been at this point before. But we're being given an opportunity to retract when we need to and heal and clear. Okay, so what I did was, please check out the goddess video about the new divine pink rosary goddess quantum alignment sessions for the gateways. You can check that out as well, but I'm just going to read some of the messages because they're relevant for all of us, whether we're masculine or feminine. Okay, so some of these messages came in through the live reading on Friday, so if you didn't get a chance, that was the September update. Check that out, because some of the messages came in and that was to prepare us. So right off the bat, we're to work with protection teams like Archangel Michael and the Legions of Light. His deep blue dragon came in, and this dragon keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. So I've been working with the dragons a lot. We also the Chamber of the Violet Flame came in for transmutation. So yes, to use this for ourselves, but again, a reminder to surrender back to Prime Source Creator, back to your team of light that needs to assist you at this time. During retrograde season, we often get put back on a previous timeline. So cleaning up, we know what individuals or what realities kind of pop up, what patterns pop up, and we will we're giving the opportunity to clear it out. You may need some assistance. Okay, I started to work with the Venetian Galactic Council on the weekend because Venus went direct. However, after everything that happened last night and this morning, I'm back working with this is why every day I started asking Prime Source Creator, who should I work with? So I worked with the Goddess and the Venus Councils of Light and Goddess Sophia and Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Goddess Sekhmet on all of that for 3 days. And then this morning, I'm back to working with Archangel Michael and the Legions of Light and my Arcturian team of light, because they're able to facilitate clearing of timelines more clearly for me. Okay. So one of the things in past lives was they shut us down. They shut us down from speaking, sharing. They're at that process again. They'll do two things when we know that we're focused on. They'll come through other people to try and shut us down, but they'll also sometimes they'll try and squeeze the air out of our location so we can't breathe. They'll also try and shut down this upper chakra area. They could go to our lower chakras, because that will take us offline. But they also could go after the top chakras, knowing that if you have a headache, a migraine, etc., you're not going to be able to meditate and do your work. So there's been intense focus to find us and to do this to us. So just pay attention to that. Gaia herself's been going through an activation as well, but I went and spent time with her last night, and I could tell she needed some assistance. So I was actually guided to take some quartz crystal and place them by some trees last night in my location to help her as well. So some of you might be called to do that. Merkaba activation, healing, and upgrades are in progress. And I've had to go through another level of that for myself as well. Okay, so all the pink dragons came in for the goddess energy, but we've got the deep blue dragon with Archangel Michael and the gold and silver violet flame dragon, which helps to transmute the old around us with wisdom and grace. Okay, if you get triggered, if you have any emotions or anything that comes up, do what you need to do to get yourself back into balance. Okay. All right. I just pulled some cards. I'm just going to ask what they want me to look at. Okay, chakras. So I just pulled some cards. They're not in any particular order, and they're going to channel in the information for me. So third eye, eternity, Archangel Raziel. This is connected to our third eye mechanism, our pineal and pituitary gland. We're going through unification, and they're trying to shut that down. So that's what's been going on with me, or the counterbalance chakra is the sacral. So you might be having some of those issues. Okay. Shamuel Cherish. This is the 11th chakra, bringing up childhood traumas and wounding. We're working on self-love, self-care, cherishing ourselves. All right. Timelines. I also asked about timelines. Throat chakra, Gabriel. Right now, the Stargate in Egypt is still coming in. as one of the main trauma focuses. When that collapsed, a lot of other stargates collapsed. So for some of you, you're working through that. That actually makes sense because I've been, usually this time of year, I have been on my way or on the Archangel Michael ley line and the Dragon ley lines towards Giza. So we're going to be feeling this as well. And that's where many of us were shut down, taken out, taken away, put in a loop, a trauma loop. Okay. The Earth star is trying to come online. It says assurance. And this is North America. This is like the Grand Canyon, Arizona area. So we're getting a lot of intense focus on us here in North America. The Earth star is where our codes are, everything's trying to be upgraded for mission. So just to let you all know, you might not be feeling stable and grounded, and you're going to be called to do things to reground yourself. The heart chakra came in twice, Archangel Raphael. One is cleansing. So we're going through a deep, deep, deep healing and clearing at a cellular level and our heart chakra. So our high heart can stay open so we can feel empathy and compassion for ourselves and others, no matter what's going on. So lots of things are happening to trigger us, to pull us up, but we can pull ourselves back in right away. And what they shared with me is gratitude is one of our superpowers to do that, as well as forgiveness. Now, this is interesting. So this is my twin flame card. So some of the traumas that are coming up right now are twin flame related. The shutdown for the divine feminine, there is a big piece when the Emerald Covenant fell, when Lemuria fell, when Atlantis fell, when Egypt fell. It all was a domino thing at the same time. And the Emerald Order did come in and work with me a little bit on the weekend as well. So that is a big piece that some of you are maybe realizing, that the wounded piece that you've been working on is beyond you. It's beyond this timeline and reality. It's multidimensional and it's big. Okay. So, so that could be coming up as well. Now, this is interesting. Raziel came in third eye again, retreat. There's Egypt as well. We're being guided to, take action and retreat. So right now, last week it was all about being live, and right now it's like conserve my energy and just share what's being called in. So we're going to be called to retreat and restore our energy. Okay. These going to be the last messages. All right. I just pulled a couple of tarot messages just to see what else they wanted me to bring in. So, and some of these messages are similar to Friday. Number 7, choose wisely. This is like the 7 of Cups. So we're just step back, take a breath, and choose wisely. And I can feel it. We're going through a real high heart activation. Oh, it didn't transfer over. I put the card back. The heart and the high heart are our key mechanisms to stay connected to our higher self and our guides and Prime Source Greater. So they're working on trying to shut that down. So that's part of Venus going direct and the divine goddess codes coming in to ensure that we are able to stay in that energy. Okay, stay in our heart. So it's, yeah, I can feel it right now. It's like they're trying to put pressure on that area and this area and wreak havoc in a lot of our lives so that we're not stable. All right. So just notice how they managed to get in. And if that's not happening to you, fantastic. But maybe you can set some prayers for all the other Starseeds and Lightworkers and all of us that need assistance at this time. That would be great. Okay. So we've got 7, choose wisely. We have also, there's this person at many, many doors, movement, decisions, and choices. So we're still in the gathering information mode and we're not to rush through. Plus, this is preparing us for choosing our highest timeline for the September 9th portal. We're also very aware of them wanting to choose some of these gateways to create distress for all of us. Yeah, I can feel it in my heart. So that's why I was guided to do a distance offer instead of a live group call. Okay. All of us are graduating. We're all ascending. We're all getting recognized. We're receiving awards. Okay. So not to worry about that. Material harvest, there's that 9, is that we are to be grateful for everything we have and that more is coming, that the delays have been for us to dig deep and do this healing and clearing. And then balance, getting our wings back and getting back into balance. That is one of the key messages. That's the key priority right now. Okay. Other messages that I asked to bring in, I asked what else is going on? What are we healing and clearing? and soul star activation. So this is right above our crown chakra. This is activating our 12th chakra system, allowing more information to come in. This morning, bringing in my pillar of light and activating my pillar of light. Ooh, incredible focus. And I had to ask my team to assist me to do that. So that's interesting. So pay attention to your physical body, what it's alerting you to, okay? So we're going through fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who we are, and clearing soul contracts. We're also clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freeing us so we can rise even higher. That's the Akashic records. And Sword of Light, Archangel Michael, Legions of Light, divine protection to cut cords and break through energy. So we are all warriors, whether we're feminine or masculine, but we are to call in our teams of light and or go to Prime Source Creator and ask for the best team to assist you at this time. Okay. All right. So with all of that, the group Quantum Chamber Healing of Light, which I have been working with the Palladians and working with the Chambers of Healing Light since the 90s, since 1997. And was such a gift for me. So I will be offering these in and out. So stay tuned for other announcements, but specifically, there's going to be a group Quantum Healing Chamber of Light for the 8th, the 9th, and 10th of September. And you can either be part of the group. You also can book a different version for yourself. It's going to be a 22 chakra balance, healing and clearing of contracts, clearing of old stories, clearing of fear and traumas, whatever's for the highest good for you and for the group. And what else did they want me to bring in? Past lives, anything that needs to be dissolved to bring you back into alignment. Okay. And upgrading your chakras and your quantum field in your protection as well. Okay. So that would be in the group healing. You'll all be on a crystal grid. It's separate healing, separate protection, but that's the group offer, and or you can book one on your own just for you, and that's a distance healing. It's a non-video call. This particular session will be around balance, clearing, alignment, and protection, but there is an option if you want to book your own. There's a self-love and self-worth. Where did I write them down? Hold the phone because I wrote a list. So here we go. There's going to be a strength and courage focus one. There's going to be one for health and wellness, one for self-worth and self-love, and one for abundance and worthiness. So that's the list they've given me so far. This one, the first one, the protection, alignment, and leveling up for this gateway was what I was given, but the other list will be on my website as well. And if you book one on your own, you can choose another option as well. So that's all I have to share today. I hope that this was helpful. We're all going to get through this together. But yeah, they've shown their hand. They're playing hardball, and we're to kind of, in a way, like the last message, retreat, regroup, and be these powerful earth stabilizers for the grid system and for our community and our family. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. You can get in touch with me in the description box. Mahalo nui loa. Love and aloha from Pink Bella, sending you lots of love and light, and take care.